Hi, fam. It's Toni. I'm so excited that you are tuning in to the Still Coloring Podcast, Season 7. It's called Toni and Friends because I have interviewed some of my closest people and some business owners that have absolutely changed my life. And in this episode, I get to sit down with the CEO of Burn Bootcamp. If you have been watching my socials at all, you know I am absolutely obsessed. I'm a gym girly pop. But we talk about what it looks like to find community in the gym and to maybe possibly lean into this idea that our physical, mental, and emotional space are all integrated. What does that look like for us? And how can we make sure that we're healthy in every single aspect? And this conversation with Morgan Kline, so good. Check it out, lean in. Hey friend, it's Toni. I gotta tell you, it's been a long time coming watching the Lord redeem and restore the Still Coloring Podcast Season 7. And I gotta tell you, what's really cool about this season is that I did not do it alone. I wanna give a special shout out to my two sponsors for this season of the Still Coloring Podcast. The first is an incredible video series and Bible study that I've gotten to be a part of for the last couple of years called Unshakable Moxie from Our Daily Bread Ministries. And the second is Bark Technologies, the leader in parental controls and safer tech for families. Now listen, if you've been listening to the Still Coloring Podcast for a while, you know that Bark Technologies is my go-to choice when it comes to helping keep my daughter, Dylan, safe online and in real life. So I'm super grateful to Bark for giving parents who are raising kids in the digital age actual peace of mind. And wow, Our Daily Bread, I'm so grateful that I've gotten to be a part of 2 seasons of Unshakable Moxie. We get to travel around the world and interview women about their trauma and pain and how God's still using them in it. So if you have time, head over to unshakablemoxie.com and check it out. It's good stuff. I'm so grateful for these 2 partners for helping to bring this season of the podcast to life. Let's dive in. Well, friends, we are back on another episode of the Still Coloring Podcast. I'm so super excited that we're back for Season 7 because, as you know, I've been launching this new book, Don't Try This Alone. It's all around community and all the things. And y'all know this. I mean, I post about it almost every single day except for Sundays when I give my body a break. But I am a Burn Bootcamp obsessed gym girly. I don't know what happened. I didn't even know about Burn Bootcamp 2 years ago. But baby, when I stepped through those doors and then I stepped out and threw up all over my car, I loved it. Okay. I just was like, this is it. And the truth is, I would not have gotten through this really horrific season of divorce, public embarrassment, all these different things without honestly caring for my body and caring for community within the walls of a gym. And as a speaker, preacher, whatever, pastor, whoever you want to call me, typically, if I'm honest with you, and for years and years and years, I felt like, man, I really can only find community in the church. And I got to tell you something, baby, I was wrong, okay? I have been able to find community in so many spaces. But one of the spaces that have blessed me so much these past 2 years is within the 4 blue walls of Burn Bootcamp. And I've gotten the privilege and honor to have a local Burn Bootcamp in my community, but also I get to travel and speak. And so I've been bopping around the United States, checking off different cities and states with Burn Bootcamp. And so I thought, of course, it's only right for me to have the CEO of Burn Bootcamp, Morgan Kline, on the show. How you doing, Morgan?
Good. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I'm really, really grateful that you're here. And I do have a question that was not in the list of questions, but I have to ask it. How many times have you heard the phrase, Burn Bootcamp changed my life? I mean...
I can't anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I hear on a weekly basis. I'm in my
okay.
Or if I'm out in the or someone's writing me a handwritten letter. So it's very special to do.
It's truly, I mean, my first camp, again, my daughter was with me. I threw up all over our car. I did not see it coming. And she was like, Mom, are you okay? And I was like, I have never felt so alive. Okay. For those of you that don't know about Burn Bootcamp, it's just this beautiful, honestly, a boutique gym is what I've been calling it, because all of the amenities and everything that happens around it truly does feel like you're being like at a 5-star, is 4-star correct? No, 5-star hotel. It's crazy. You walk in, there's 45-minute, camps, and then there's free child watch. And then there's also these focus meetings where you can start to set goals around nutrition and body weight and body fat and muscle mass. I mean, it's crazy. They celebrate your birthday. They celebrate all your numbers of camps. I mean, y'all, it is like Toys R Us, okay? It's like Disneyland for the gym. Burn Boot Camp has absolutely changed my life. Morgan, can you tell everybody, how did you guys get started? When did you get started? How did this idea even come to be?
Absolutely. So 2012, and I was actually still working. I went to school from Western Michigan, and I thought that was my plan. I'm going to be this corporate girly that climbs the ladder. That was the American dream in my eyes and in my family's eyes. And then my husband was a baseball player, and he was fortunate enough to make it to the minor leagues for the San Francisco Giants. So between the two of us, we kind of had different goals and plans for our life. And, you know, he got released, which is basically fired when you're a baseball player.
Okay.
And at that time, I was living in Naples, Florida, and he came down to live with me, and I got promoted up to Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where we are today. But during that time, Devan had a revelation that he wanted to own his own business. He had dabbled a little bit in big box gym and being a personal trainer because he's always been athletic, and fitness has always been something that means a lot to him. So naturally, from being released to figuring out what he wanted to do with his life, he did become a trainer.
Yeah.
So when we moved up to Charlotte, we didn't know anybody, but he was determined. He wanted to open his own business, and that's what we did. And I was still supporting us with my corporate job. We started in a parking lot, 2012, 24 years old.
Wow.
And we built a community of women that were looking for something that was a really, really tough workout that challenged them, but also had this community aspect to it. And we also started with Child Watch, which is unheard of in the boutique space. So that was something that really set us apart and allowed us to grow. So from 2012 to 2015, we opened 5 locations ourselves and flipped those into brick and mortar. Like I said, started in a parking lot, finally got to the point where we could open our own gym. And we started franchising in 2015. So we just celebrated our 10 years of franchising, and we have grown 4 states, 375 locations open today. And it's a world of impact that we've been able to make, and ripple effects down the line of where we started to where we are now.
Yeah. Ever wonder how parents are handling that new rite of passage, giving their child their first phone? The best option isn't your old hand-me-down, let me just say that. It's the Bark phone, which is built specifically for kids. So what does a phone designed with child safety in mind look like? Well, first and foremost, parents can control almost every feature of the Bark phone. Want it to call or text only? You can do that. Want to disable all apps at bedtime? Not a problem. You can also manage features like whether they can use the camera or download apps. The Bark phone also comes with Bark's secret sauce, their advanced content monitoring. It'll scan their text, emails, saved photos and videos, and apps for signs of concerning content. You'll get an alert if anything's off, so you can check in and make sure everything's okay. And listen, y'all, these alerts can flag bullying language in texts or explicit images they may be sent, all the things you as a parent definitely want to know about. Bark will also let you block websites and apps so you can help protect your child from dangerous and inappropriate things on the internet. It is all about enabling your child to learn how to use technology more safely and in gradual steps with your supervision. Bark does so much more too, y'all, including custom screen time schedules, location tracking when your child is away from home. It's the best, okay? And it's the best thing to happen to digital parenting because y'all know it's crazy out here. Now listen, if you're not in the market for a new kid's phone, but you're still interested in keeping your kids safer online, Bark also has an app that you can put on iPhones, Androids, Chromebooks, iPads, and even Kindles. To check out Bark and how it can help your family, I want you to visit info.bark.us/Toni. I'll say it again. Visit info.bark.us/Toni. Check it out, y'all, and lean in. I love it. I've been watching you guys now since I've joined. And first of all, let me say this. Working together as a husband and wife okay, I know this from experience, is not a walk in the park, okay? And so I want to commend you guys. While I don't know you personally, I can see the fruit of what it looks like to say, this is really hard, but we're going to press in anyway, and something beautiful is going to come from it. And one of the things that I really love is when I get to see franchise partners that are like married couples, because what's happening is you're not only strengthening physical bodies, but you're also strengthening marriages. If you can build something successful in your marriage, that means something about your marriage. There's some endurance there, there's some grit there, there's probably some forgiveness, okay? And a little bit of grace. But I just think it's a beautiful thing. It makes me really hopeful, especially as a single mama now, divorced, trying to figure my whole life out, rebuilding everything. To see you guys lead together truly is like an inspiration that goes far beyond the gym. And I just want you to know that personally.
Thank you.
One of the things that has been interesting about being physically healthy is I genuinely believe it has impacted my mental health. Like, I can remember, Morgan, Lord, I know my first FPs were like, franchise partners, for those of you guys that don't know the burn language, I know they were like, something is wrong with this girl. Because Morgan, genuinely, I used to cry the whole way to the gym. Like, I'm just gonna give it my all. I was skinny, I looked like a crackhead. My head's kind of big, I got a forehead, she kind of large, but my body was skinny because I wasn't eating or sleeping. And I'm telling you, like, severe anxiety, rebuilding my whole life, having my business out on the public internets, all the things, raising 2 children. And I'm telling you, I watched my physical body change. Like, I'm so hot and I could probably lift a tiny Fiat and I do pull-ups and it's awesome. But my mental health has genuinely changed. And I just wonder how you guys are processing that. Like, how does your physical health impact your mental health? How have y'all seen that happen in Burn?
Yeah, there is obviously a connection between physical and mental, and there's studies done, and there's chemicals in the brain that are really out. But taking all that aside, it's enough testimonies and stories to know that, well, we serve women first and foremost. We have men in our brand.
Burn bros? Yep, burn bros.
Yeah. Yes, they make up about 6% of our membership. So we gotta love a burn bro. And I actually think that, men do need this community more than they may come off and think, But mental health, we get away from taking care of ourselves as women. We're naturally a nurturer, and we don't give ourselves permission to take care of ourselves. So whether you're building that confidence in 45 minutes, you're signaling to your brain, hey, it's okay to be vulnerable and know that I have weaknesses that I need to work through, and people that are going to help me work through this. And whether that starts with your personal trainer that's helping you work out in the gym, and then it extends to your community that you talked about in the intro here. But when you start to build that mental muscle and those reps of like, hey, when I lift heavier weights in the gym, I'm giving myself confidence to do something hard outside of the gym. Whether that's stand up for myself or stand up for myself in a marriage, in a relationship, or go after this promotion or start a business. That's a mental shift. It takes a lot mentally to be able to do those hard things in our lives. And so, there's a lot of dynamics to it. Giving yourself 45 minutes to say, I'm working on me, building confidence. You're practicing, what you want to preach and how you want to become. Your self-confidence is going up. And when we feel good, we think better, right? When we think better, then we go back and do good. So it's like that cycle.
I will say that if I could use one word or phrase that has really described my journey with Burn, is that I've built resilience, truly. Like, my ability and capacity to handle painful, hard things in real life has grown tremendously because I think I'm working on building my resilience in the gym. And you're right, Morgan, it's a vulnerable space. I mean, first of all, you're huffing and puffing, okay? You're breathing hard. Your breath probably stank a little bit because of how hard you've been breathing, okay? Let's be honest, okay? I don't think anybody talks about this at Burn, but it's very difficult to hold a fart in during one of these workouts, okay? Can we just be 100% honest? No, because I think what happens in the gym is that you pass gas and you have ruined the whole camp and nobody wants to say anything. But when you're doing 50 freaking sit-ups, V-ups, it's hard, okay? It is a
You're right.
vulnerable,
And we're
it's
peeing
a vulnerable,
ourselves from the fire.
how, excuse me, you know how many times I've peed on myself? You know how many
Yeah.
times I've had to look at the protocol like, am I going to be jumping today? I need to wear black because I
Yeah.
got peed down to my kneecaps and this is crazy. Okay, it's crazy, but it's a vulnerable space. What I love about that though, Morgan, and I know you see it in the other locations too, is that the more we're okay with each other, because what happens is we pick a camp time, we go about 6 days a week, we start developing these relationships with people, and at the beginning, no one wants to say, darn it, I passed gas, or I just peed on myself doing double unders with the jump rope, and then like 3 months in, 6 months in, you're like, just peed on myself, and they're like, me too, girl, I'm peeing on myself right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something about it, and I think resilience is built when you get the opportunity to be in like consistently safe spaces doing hard things. And
Yeah.
that's burn. Consistently doing hard things in a safe space where everyone is dying. Everyone is literally breathing hard and struggling. And I remember I had my first focus meeting, and one of the trainers asked me, which one of the 3 C's are you like really pursuing? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a new girly, gym girly pop. And they started to explain to me the 3 C's of burn. And Morgan, I would love for you just to talk about those really quickly.
Yeah. So the 3 C's are consistency and talent. And we really use these in the process as well, just to be fully transparent to say, when someone's coming in, what is it that they need? Why are they trying to? Are they looking for a challenge? Maybe they're already in it, but they want to go switch it up. Number 2, consistency. Maybe nothing can stick with them. You know, they're not happy with what they've done, or they want to try something new and build a new habit. And then number 3 is community. I just moved here. I don't know anybody. Let me go to the gym, right? So there's typically the why as to why something's coming falls in those 3 categories. And then at Burn, we train our trainers, our burn ambassadors, our franchise partners to say, okay, now how do we serve them in all those different capacities? And that's really the one-on-one approach that we take at Burn Bootcamp. We are absolutely a one-on-one interview setting style of a workout. We are not going to have your instructor standing at the front just telling you what to do. 45 minutes are over. Have a good day. We go deeper than that, as you can attest to. And that's all by design. It's by making sure that people feel seen in our gyms. You know, we want to add value to their lives before they even exchange money with us. And that's why we have focus meetings that are limited. That's why we have complimentary small packs. That's why we give away so many free resources and education. We have a podcast. We want to serve people, specifically women and their families, through a holistic approach, right? It's not just in and out and you're another number. You mean something and we value you. And so those are our 3 C's that we walk through, and we build our protocols to tap on that. We build challenges, we build marketing campaigns, and processes and procedures are all centered around how do we serve somebody in that capacity.
Okay, I can attest to this because I have actually gone through all the 3 C's. It's changed over time for me. So when I first did my first focus meeting, I was like, consistency. My schedule's all over the place. I travel for a living. I'm a single mama now. I got 2 kids. I don't know what's going on. My schedule changes every single day. But if there's one thing I want to be consistent at in this year of pursuing the gym, and I had only committed for a year, Morgan. I was like, I'm just going to do a year. We'll see. Girl, now, what are you even talking about? Okay? I'm on the board, okay, of the Burn Bootcamp. All right? I love it. I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. I know it. But first it was consistency. And then it's so interesting because in my mind, it wasn't challenge because I wasn't there for challenge. I was there because I'm like, my life is falling apart and I need some consistency in my life in some area. And I want to be hot too. Okay, because I'm single now. No, I wasn't thinking about that. I was dying. Anyways, so and then all of a sudden something happened mentally and I was like, no, I want a challenge. Like, I literally remember the trainers, they come to you one by one. They know you, they know your injuries, they know your name. And they're like, nope, you can pick up heavier than a 20 pound. I'm like, I can't, really, I can't. They're like, yes, you can. Here's a 30. I'm like, that's too much, I promise. And I'm like, ugh. I'm like eating that 30 up because they can see your potential. And I remember when it went from consistency to challenge. No, I want to be challenged. I want to be a strong woman. I want people to look at me and be like, what is even happening right now? And I'm like, I can lift a tiny Fiat, okay? A car, all right? And then what happened was I was challenged, and then I wanted community. I wanted to pursue friendship in the gym. I wanted to know the women and the men that I was standing with. And so now at our gym, we have like a Galentine's event. We do Christmas parties. We partner with local organizations. Like, it is just a beautiful thing. And I've gotten to witness all the 3 C's.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm really impressed with. I travel around the United States speaking and writing and podcasting and all the things. I go to these other burns, and the culture is consistent. And that is crazy. To be able to duplicate your heart around having people be seen in multiple states is crazy work. Morgan, how have y'all done that? Like, as business owners, how have you stayed consistent in spreading that culture all around the dang country?
Yeah, it always makes me feel good when I hear feedback about because we have worked hard at that.
Yeah.
And we've been very disciplined on who we allow to represent this brand. And
Yeah.
so I think that would probably be the start of my answer is, first and foremost, actually, Devan and I being able to be authentic full time and build something that's authentic to us, not what's shiny and new, not what's going to make us the most money,
That's
not what's
good.
going to grow us the fastest. Who are we serving at the end of the day, which is members, and how are we serving them? And staying very true to what our mission has been since day one has allowed us to attract, number one, the right people. Because when you're steadfast why you're doing this and what you're doing it for, who you're doing it for, you've created a standard. And the people that are going to come in, which I'm with their franchise partners, that say, I want to duplicate this, they're going to have similar vision. Otherwise,
that's good.
We don't want you to be a part of the brand. I mean, I approve all of our franchise partners. I approve all of my headquarters employees still to this day. I don't outsource that. I want to make sure that I feel a connection. I can feel their passion. I can hear their heart. Why do they want to do this business? Because it matters. If we're only after the money, we're not going to run the gym the way that Devan and I built this brand. And of course, this is a profit business. So I have no shame in saying that we need to make money because it's a business. People leave their corporate jobs and cash in their 401ks. They need to make sure that they're making money. But as long as you're doing things with the right intentions and you're serving people, I've learned that God will multiply what you think you can get if you're always doing the right thing. So that's the community and culture that I stand for, first at my headquarters, and then my franchise partner, and then how they hire, and then what they want.
Okay, I want to lean into this a little bit. I'm sorry, this is not one of the questions that I sent over, but I do think this matters. One of the things that you said is that you're not outsourcing building a team. Wow, I have really gotten to be a part of some incredible organizations and worked on some really, really fun projects. And the one that I'm getting ready to tell y'all about has been my all-time favorite. It's Unshakable Moxie. It's a tell it like it is, real, raw, vulnerable Bible study from Our Daily Bread Ministries for women who want their lives to be a love letter praising God's faithfulness, even when it sucks. When life's answers don't come easy, this 6-part study that I've gotten to be a part of explores topics everyone is afraid to discuss out loud and digs in to see what Scripture has to say about them. Right now, all of my listeners and watchers can get a copy of Unshakable Moxie and a second copy for free to share with a friend, because y'all know we want to make sure that you're not doing life alone. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to go.odb.org/Toni-Moxie. I know that was a lot. I'm gonna say it again. Type in go.odb.org/Toni, Toni-Moxie, Moxie. Check it out. It's so good. And that's very interesting. As a leader and someone that is, it's easy to get on a platform and to lead from real up high, like to lead from towers. One of the things I feel like I have seen, I just have been following you guys on the internets, but one of the things that I think I have seen is that you guys lead down low in the trenches. Like Devan is traveling and going to these, to these burn boot camps. He's going to see the culture. He's working out side by side with people. You're doing the same. You're bringing your children. Like, don't think I don't notice that. Like, I travel alone a lot, but I also travel with my kids. I actually just traveled with them suckers last week, and it was horrific, okay? Horrific. But, all right, they ruin everything. I'm just kidding. I love them. They're amazing. But there's something to be said about bringing your family with you. That's trench work. That's not towers. That's not, we're leading from back here, we're hiding, we're at our office, we're in our house. That's no, I'm getting in the trenches. Why are y'all doing it like that? And what's been the impact on your business?
Going back to authentic, it's just not in my DNA.
Yeah.
And it's not in Devan's.
Yeah.
We, by the way, we grew up in 6th grade. So we grew up in the same hometown, and he has his own story with what his family life looked like. I have my own story. My work ethic wouldn't allow me to just sit up top, make decisions, and then receive. It's just not in my DNA. Yeah. And it's not in his. We're hard workers, and we love being out in the field. We love talking to members. We love connecting with franchise partners. This is such a people business. And that's actually what fuels to keep moving and to keep going. I'll tell you, as the CEO of a fast-growing organization with a lot of pressure on me, there will be days that I want to be like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I can't help. I'm not cut out for this. But I will tell you, it's that feedback I get when I'm down in the trenches. And it's that, it's just the reinforcement. Hey, Morgan, keep doing the hard things. Because when you don't do it, you wouldn't have these people saying, you saved my life, or this woman saved my life. I can't turn my back to that. Once you've heard it, you can't undo it. So I like to keep putting myself in those positions where I get to feel that, because it's going to keep me challenged to keep growing, keep going, keep pushing through the hard things. And it's easy to sit back and have my team feel the problem. And don't get me wrong, I delegate problems, but I'm in it with them. I'm solving it with them. I want to make sure that, that we're solving problems the right way, of course. But, it's a mindset. Never too good.
The truth is, I think, honestly, a lot of franchised businesses can learn from this model, because you can't actually answer questions that you're not aware of. And as the leader, you have to go stand in the trenches and answer some of these issues by actually seeing them up close. Okay, I have 2 more questions, then I'm all done. Okay. My first question is around Devan. We have watched his story unfold online, honey, and I am a big fan of vulnerability online, okay? All my business is already on the internets, okay? But sometimes by force, you know what I'm saying? But because I want it to be. I want people to see that leadership is not perfect. I want people to see that you can build things and be broken in some ways. I want people to actually witness what it is that is so beautiful about resilience. And you don't actually get to see resilience unless you see the scraps, right? Like, what are you fighting through? And so I just wonder how that's impacted y'all's life. Like, him being so vulnerable with his story, what that's meant for you, all the things.
Yeah, I'm super always been an open book. But also, I've watched him over the last couple of years hide, grief and hide pressure, and not necessarily put it out or deal with it. And as a wife, that's hard to experience, because you're like, I know there's some stuff there that we need to work through. But when he always thinks he has to show up a certain way, and so. Listen, vulnerability is tough, and I'm not going to lie, especially as his wife. I'm a protector. So to see sometimes the negative light that can come from sharing your story. But going back to what I kind of just talked about, his mission is, if I can help one person, it matters. And I just have to always remember that. And that's how I felt a lot I shared a lot during my postpartum. I showed
Oh,
my
yes.
body
I saw.
postpartum, a
Yep.
lot of vulnerable stuff. I
Yep.
remember, like, it helped one other mom that was, like,
Yep.
feeling bad about herself.
Me
My
too.
post helped her. Like, that's what it's about. It's not to be liked by the masses sometimes.
Yeah.
But, Devan's journey over the last few days has transformed even our household. And I think, that's what I'm so proud of is as a leader of our home and of the business,
Yeah.
breaking generational curses, and
Yep.
he's fighting through things today that he won't have to fight through. And
Yeah.
that's what matters to us the most, is our family and our legacy. So noise on
Yeah.
the internet is just here today, gone tomorrow.
You're dang
Um,
right.
so, I encourage people to share their stories and be vulnerable. And we all aren't. None of us are perfect, and
Yeah.
as long as we can support one another in our imperfections, then
Yeah.
we have community. That's what we're seeking.
Yeah. I will say this. So I'm obviously completely obsessed with Burn Boot Camp. If you cannot see, if you're just listening to the podcast, hello. But if you are watching it, I got my little Burn shirt on, squeezed it right on before the episode. I was already in love with Burn because of my local community. But I got to tell you, when I saw Devan start to become super vulnerable about his story, that's when I was like, oh, I'm in. Because I want to be connected to organizations that are living out what they're putting out, like for real, right? And you don't get that all the time with CEOs and entrepreneurs and leaders and all the things. But I just want y'all to know that I was really like, okay, I can get down with these two. I can get down. And let me tell you one of the posts that inspired me on your page. You were doing push-ups in this blue little cute tank, little crop top situation. And on the little caption you put, my goal was 30 unbroken. I fell short by 2 because I didn't want to sacrifice form. I did 25 in round 2, and the beginning of the year, I could barely break 20. I can't even tell you what it is like as a member of Burn Boot Camp to see the whole CEO say, I failed because what was more important to me is the quality over the quantity. And I think, I'm guessing here because I don't know you personally, I think that's why Burn's so successful. Because y'all have invested in the quality over the quantity. And I just want you to know that if you're like any of us, like, is this content reaching? What's happening? Am I posting for no reason? No one's gonna see this. I need you to know that little bitty captions like that impact people very deeply. I want you
Thank
to know
you.
that. Okay, last question.
Okay.
This was also not sent to you, but I feel like it's going to be great. At the beginning of this episode, I asked you the question, how many times have you heard someone say, Burn Boot Camp changed my life? Oh my gosh. I would love to know, Morgan, how Burn Boot Camp has changed your life.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
In every way.
Yeah.
I shared I was going to climb this corporate ladder, and Burn has given me, it's redefined who I am and who I know I'm capable of being.
Yeah.
I used to set limits for myself, and I would have never had the confidence to be where I am today. So that's from a professional standpoint.
Yeah.
Being a CEO of an organization like this is not something I take lightly. I used to think I'm not qualified, but I'm 100% qualified for it,
Oh, yeah.
regardless if I have professional experience or not. And that's shown in the numbers, and I'm super proud of that. But I would say
Excuse
personally,
me.
this brand has
Yes.
given me so much fulfillment
Yeah.
to be exactly who I am,
Yeah.
and be okay with some people liking that and some people not liking that.
Yeah.
Most of my 20s were spent trying to please other people.
Yeah.
They were spent trying to fit into a box. How should I look? How
Yeah.
should I talk? How should I be a mother? And I think just the way this brand has shaped me is, hey, we get to break limits, and we're gonna force people no matter where they're at, and we're not
Yeah.
gonna judge them. And I feel like I've been able to live that too, and with myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the brand has impacted in the same ways it's impacted our members. It's
Yeah.
helped me build confidence, and it's helped me be a better mom? Like, how do I show
Yeah.
my kids what healthy looks like and taking care of
Yeah.
yourself? I grew up with the word fat. Like, my mom would be like, "Oh, I'm fat. Well, let me step on the scale." I have
Yeah.
completely shifted what I know my daughter will think about with her own body.
Yeah.
God forbid, I can keep her away from other external influences of what that looks like. But yeah, I love what this brand represents. I'm so thankful for the people that are in it, and that's every single person that's ever walked
Yeah.
into our four walls, whether you're a member or not, whether you're a franchise partner or not anymore. I'm grateful for all that's come, before us and what's ahead of us,
Yeah.
because it's super special. And my goal is to always impact people in a way where they're better after they've been a part of the brand, whether
Yeah.
that's for a day, a week, a year, or 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'll just go back to what you said about foundation. If you're building something, if you're listening to this, and you want to build something,
Yeah.
care more about quality versus the speed.
Come
Because
on.
that has been my number one priority.
Yeah.
We've gone fast, but we've had to also slow down, because if the foundation cracks, it's a house of cards. And I
Yeah.
refuse for that to be my legacy. So play the long game, and you're going to have some problems. You're going to have, not going to be maybe on the timeline that your mind thought you were, but as long as every day, brick by brick, you're building what you believe in, it's going to come.
It's going to come. Okay, Morgan, last thing. Thank you.
Yes.
As a mama in little old Atlanta, Georgia, single mama, I want you to know, and I know you hear it a million billion times, your sacrifice, you and Devan's, your family, I know what it's like building a business, a lot of sacrifice. Thank you for sacrificing to build this, because it has changed my life.
Of course.
Truly. And when I get the courage to be a franchise partner, I am excited about our interview, okay?
Love that.
We don't need no more in Georgia though, honey, because in a 30-mile radius, okay, or 30-minute radius is about 7 of them, okay? So we don't need no more here, okay? But thank you so much for everything. I'm super grateful. If you are watching or listening this, y'all already know. Go to burnbootcamp.com, enter in your zip code, go sign up. There's free 3-day trials. There's also, oh look, they've got my little water bottle. Ah! Let's see, we got 50 camps, burn. Oh, these are from like all the different burns. I think that was a Texas one.
I love it.
Richardson, Texas. Shout out to you guys. Sprayberry, Marietta. That's Sprayberry. I love all the burns. But if truly, like, if you are even at all interested after listening to this episode, I would encourage you to try the 3 free-day trial. You're probably going to throw up a little bit, and it's going to be great. And you're going to be like, this is the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. But you're going to be seen. You're going to be accepted. You're going to be cheered on. You're going to be celebrated. You're going to be loved right where you are. So make sure you go check out a local burn boot camp. And if there's not one around, and if you feel like you can build a great business, maybe start a burn boot camp in your neighborhood so you can support your community.
On demand.
Oh, or burn on demand, which I have burn on demand because I travel a whole bunch. And every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, they go live so you can actually do the workouts with everybody else. And so, yes, I love it. Morgan, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Go burn, baby.
And like we always do.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I have the Oh, I'm excited. Okay, yes, go.
You want to take us out?
No, I want you to do it because I want to clap.
All right, here we go. You clap 1, 2, 1, 2.
Now that was cool. I didn't think about that. That's a good one. Okay. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, I just want to thank you for listening to this episode of the Still Coloring podcast. We really did pour our whole heart into this season to make sure that you know that you're not alone, that you're worthy for friendship, and that you really do not have to build a life by yourself. So make sure that you do a couple of things from here. Check out my brand new book, Don't Try This Alone. Make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so every time we post a video, you'll get a notification. And make sure you're ready for the next episode of the Still Coloring podcast. Very last thing, I want to give a shout out to the entire team that put this together. Natalie, Gio, Michael, Shaquela, Amanda, my amazing assistant. We did it, y'all. And I'm so grateful that you got to be a part. Check out the next episode and make sure you keep leaning in.